Well, hello everyone. This is Mitchell Mander here, and welcome to another Impressions video on the Boruto anime. Today, we will be covering episode 131, simply titled The Power of the Nine Tails. And I thought this was a pretty good episode for the most part. I have a few issues with it, but overall I did enjoy it. So this episode starts off where last week's episode ended off with Urashiki showing up to steal Naruto's Nine Tails chakra. And he manages to land his fishing rod in Naruto, and he tries to extract Naruto's chakra, but due to the sealing jutsu that was placed on him, he is unable to extract it. So he decides to kidnap Naruto and figure it out later. And Sasuke jumps in to try and stop him, and Urashiki uses his blue Rinnegan to escape. Now before that happens, Jiraiya shows up and notices Boruto using a Rasengan against Urashiki, and that leads to the next scene. After being buried in a bunch of rocks, Jiraiya kind of confronts Boruto and Sasuke, and he even remarks that he knew that they weren't just traveling performers and that there was something else going on. Now it's a good thing that Boruto didn't say anything here and he let Sasuke do the talking, because Boruto would have likely screwed things up. So Sasuke, being the smart man here, tells Jiraiya that they are actually shinobi from another land, and their mission is to stop Urashiki, as he is after Naruto's Nine Tails chakra. And he even brings up the Akatsuki. He doesn't name them off right off to Jiraiya, but he does it in a way that it makes Jiraiya trust him. Now this could actually open up an interrogation in that next episode or two from Tsunade to Sasuke, and he may have to give up his information and who they actually are. But more on that, hope maybe in the next week's episode or two. Anyways, on to the episode. Jiraiya uses one of his toad summons, and they are able to escape from the rock prison that Urashiki placed them in. Meanwhile, Urashiki is attempting to extract Naruto's Nine Tails chakra in an unknown location, and he manages to undo the seal, and he reaches inside to try and extract chakra from the Nine Tails, and actually goes into the Naruto's consciousness and confronts the Nine Tails himself. The Nine Tails is like, to get this far, who are you? And Urashiki tries to take off the taping seal that's placed on the Nine Tails cage, and before he can actually rip it off, a bunch of fire shoots out and burns his hand. And I gotta say, is Urashiki really this weak for the Nine Tails to do this type of damage to him just like that? And this is the Nine Tails, like, when Naruto was a 12-year-old kid. So for him to take this much damage, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weak for an Otsutsuki if you think about it. But anyways, he's able to extract a little bit of chakra from the Nine Tails and uses it to heal himself, basically. And at that time, Sasuke and Boruto and Jiraiya show up. Now, while Sasuke goes to deal with Urashiki, Boruto witnesses Naruto's Nine Tails chakra form for the first time, and he tries to calm down Naruto and tries to talk jutsu him. And it almost works for a second, as Jiraiya notices that Naruto and Boruto's chakra are resonating, and that's when Naruto snaps out of it and actually swipes at Boruto and cuts his hand pretty badly. And that's when Jiraiya has to move in and use a sealing jutsu on Naruto. Meanwhile, Sasuke is dealing with Urashiki, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda a little disappointed with Sasuke. It just seems like he's out of chakra all the time. That being said, he does do a clever technique where he actually sees that Urashiki couldn't take Naruto's chakra earlier due to a sealing jutsu, so he has a sealing jutsu placed on his back to protect himself from Urashiki's fishhook, which is clever on Sasuke's part, but it's kind of weird that Sasuke is struggling this much and he just doesn't have enough chakra all the time. Did Urashiki really affect him that badly when he extracted his chakra many episodes ago? But anyways, as Urashiki realizes that Naruto's out, he decides to retreat again, because that's what Urashiki likes to do. He just likes to run away every time things don't go his way. But anyways, I like how the episode caps off with Jiraiya basically telling Boruto about how Naruto was hated by the village, and it's perfect because Sadness and Sorrow is playing. And you know, whenever Sadness and Sorrow is playing, it's always an emotional moment, and it's always really good, and it always gets me every time they play Sadness and Sorrow. In fact, all the OSTs that were used in this episode were brilliant. Hopefully we get some heavy violence soon. But anyways, this moment was fantastic, and it just, you get to see Boruto seeing, more of what his father had to go through, and hopefully, after this arc ends, Boruto's not going to complain too much about his father, since he's seeing firsthand what he had to deal with. And it's very nice that Boruto's getting this development. So the episode ends off with Jiraiya basically telling Naruto and Boruto he wants to train them due to their chakra natures being similar, that and Urashiki being a threat. They need to prepare for him when he shows up again. And that's where the episode ends. So overall, this was a pretty decent episode, a pretty good episode. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I do think my big issue with the episode is mainly with Sasuke showing in the episode. He's kind of not really performing that well. And he's always out of chakra really fast. So it's kind of disappointing to see him perform like this. And I know a lot of people are kind of disappointed with how Sasuke has been with his fights with Urashiki. Seems like he's just out of chakra all the time. But I'm rambling. But one thing I did like about the episode was the continued use of the old OSTs from the original Naruto series, and they're actually placed really well in this episode. Yeah, but I do hope that we get some heavy violence soon. Anyways, guys, what'd you think of this episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and be sure to like and subscribe. I will see you all later.